It's almost a shame to interrupt this song with my fucking voice. It's just not worth it. Oh well. The song itself is 6 minutes long. I can't wait that long. Alright. So, before I delve into the meat, the flesh of this week, let me give a big special shout out to my friend Sam Abreen Salal, because I know she's watching this. I've read many of her articles in our videos, in my videos, and she writes on them. She responds to them. It's very strange because there's literally no way to contact this woman. She's deactivated all of her email addresses and shit. Her Twitter accounts get banned constantly because she gets on and she starts making violent threats towards men and white people. And, you know, despite Twitter's disposition towards those things, you can't say that you should die on Twitter. That's banned. So she's essentially isolated herself to this self-built, self-perpetuated internet insane asylum that houses only herself. And she writes about me and the Kiwi farms at least once a week. She writes so habitually and so quietly and so frequently that even the Kiwi farms does not maintain a good record of her writing. It doesn't archive everything. It doesn't post it because it's so abundant and so completely unworthy attention that nobody cares. And she continues on her crusade. And I think about this now because I've been getting very threatening emails from pseudonyms in my email. And I'm going to segue this into a request, actually. If you are in Poland and you have the capacity to smuggle my fat ass into Poland on a permanent visa, email me at josh@jaw.sh. And I usually try to keep that kind of stuff on the down low. But in these threatening emails that I've received from people who are either Sam Abreen and pretend or people who know her, they don't believe that I've ever moved out of my mother's house. So I can be as loud as I want. But she has some kind of weird mental block where she can't even accept the fact that I can live independently. She refuses to believe that. So I can say whatever the fuck I want. But people who don't like me, who are trying to sabotage the site, won't even believe it. So why hinder my outreach by not using my medium to the fullest extent? So yes, if you are Polish and you desire more fat retards who host internet bullying shows in your country, do get in touch because I'm on the prowl. You know who else invaded Poland? Oh, jeez, it's not an invasion. I'm asking politely. I will be reading more from Sam Abreen Salal, who is, of course, British, in quotes. She's Pakistani. But that's technically British. So, the forum will die long before DSP or Ashley Isaacs. I've explained this before. Ashley Isaac is a lich. She will never die. And DSP is I don't know what the fuck is up with DSP. DSP can't lose. I mean, he loses every fight, but he still wins. He's like the Black Knight from Monty Python. This is but a scratch. Okay, where to start? Jesus Christ. Let's start with this. The first misfortune of the day, or of the week. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. If you are using Bing, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, or Quant, you will notice that the Kiwi Farms, even if I'll do this live and I'll show you. You go to any of those search engines and you type in Kiwi Farms, exactly like that. You will not get the Kiwi Farms. You go to kiwifarms.net and press enter. You will not get the Kiwi Farms. This is because the search engine powering these other websites is called Oath, and Oath is a AOL.com Yahoo venture. I think they're the same company now, owned by Verizon Media, and Verizon Media has apparently used Oath to specifically blacklist the domain kiwifarms.net from all of their search engines. And this includes derivative search engines that use Oath, including DuckDuckGo. So, if you use any of those minor search engines, you will no longer be able to find any kiwifarms.net links in your results, because Verizon Media, in its unquestionable judgment, has decided that my site should not appear in those results. Now, if you use Yandex or if you use the other one, it works just fine. So, very interesting. I've sent an email to DuckDuckGo asking about it. I've not received a reply. In fact, very interestingly, if I go to Oath, I think it's oath.com, and I did this, and I looked around, and I'm like, how do I fucking contact these people? And there is no way to actually contact them regarding anything. You can contact them but your AOL account, your Yahoo account, your advertiser account, and closed captioning. Outside of that, there is literally no way to contact this company. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to hear from you. So that's that. Very interesting. At first I thought it was just DuckDuckGo. And I thought that because I know for a fact DuckDuckGo runs its own crawlers. So why it's not using its own crawlers for results is very curious. Now, again, I use Yandex. I think Yandex likes to redirect me to their Russian version when I'm not using a proxy, which is fucking annoying. But Yandex is pretty good. So if you're looking for an alternative to DuckDuckGo in the meantime, I do suggest Yandex. And people get fucking defensive and say, oh, well, Yandex is compromised by the Russian government. Like, yeah, no shit. You know, Google and DuckDuckGo and Oath, you think they don't feed in what you're doing to the NSA? Yeah, no shit, it's compromised. What do you think Putin's going to do with that fucking information with your search results? He doesn't care about some random retarded fucking American. You know who does? The NSA. So pick your poison, I guess. If you know who else isn't fucking blocking us. I hope this is the right one. Baidu, I'm pretty sure. In fact, not only does Baidu not block the Kiwi Farms in their results, mainland China does not block kiwifarms.net from mainland access. If you're in mainland China right now, you can find the Kiwi Farms easier than anyone who trusts Oath as their search result engine. So very, very strange times, and I think we'll continue to see a shift towards Russia and China being like, I want to say like free speech, but that's not what it is. It's like a ambivalence. You know, they have their own culture, they have their own concerns in China and Russia, but they don't care about American politics. So I think we're going to see a shift, a reliance on foreign tech giants over time as American tech giants become shittier. And the foreign companies will put up with it because it doesn't affect their domestic politics, but it gets them American dollars. Because American companies are just so shit. They're so shit. They're so fucking retarded and pussified. I don't even know anymore if these decisions are coming from anywhere else or if it's just them being retarded. You know what I mean? I can't even tell. And you know, Brave had to kick us off. So you can't, like, if you're using Brave, you can still give me BAT tokens from from advertisers, but you cannot give me any BAT tokens from Brave Foundation itself. And the way that it's set up is that they can't really kick me off of the rest of the foundation. But despite this, I still get all sorts, like I get CC'd into these emails where they're doxing the guys that work at Brave and trying to intimidate them into removing the Kiwi farms from a level of service that they really can't do. So they kicked us off, but I mean, it didn't benefit you. It didn't stymie any sort of political pressure. These people are still angry, and more than angry, they're stupid. They don't even know what they're doing. They still think I'm in a fucking. They say I'm in a. I don't know why this bothers me, but it does. They say I live in my mother's basement in Florida, but it's Florida. You cannot build a basement in Florida. It's on the fucking sand. You dig into the ground and you're going to hit the water like a couple feet. You can't build a fucking basement in Florida. So fuck off with that. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it does. Exactly. Saying I live in a Florida basement. Don't make me laugh. Speaking of making me laugh, Maddox has apparently completely refused my generous offer to talk to him one-on-one in favor of making a video himself. Maddox, of course, was embroiled in a legal battle against Dick Masterson twice, actually. It wasn't just the biggest lawsuit in the universe. Before then, Dick Masterson and Maddox had a legal fight over ownership of the biggest problem in the universe, where Maddox claims he owned that podcast entirely by himself, and Dick said no, they owned it half and half, and the courts ruled in Dick's favor. And then they had the biggest lawsuit in the universe, where Maddox sued for between $20 and $220 million, depending on how you interpret the damages, because the damages weren't clear. But now, after years of not saying anything, he says, "I'm finally releasing a video about a guy who's been annoying me for years. Coming later this week. Stay tuned." And I would say that this is like a joke. He was going to make a video about someone who he's friends with, and he's going to make it like a fake rage video. But this comes on the heels of his Twitter rage, where he's saying that he's not going to stay silent anymore. He's going to fight back. You know, too little, too late. But, so I think this is actually going to be a thing. And he's going to try and I guess, say that Dick is a terrible person for whatever good that's going to do. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he's gonna actually make a cancel culture video about Dick at this point in time, so late into the game? Yeah, it's strange. You know, usually people can't keep their fucking mouths shut. I'm gonna show you an example of that in a second. But Maddox has not said a word. You think he is? He'll make in there. It'll be about Trump? Oh my god, that's a good guess. That would fit the description of a guy who's been annoying him for years. Oh man, I was thinking about it, and part of the reason why I was so certain that he wasn't gonna like do a trick and not make a video about Dick, because I couldn't think of anyone that he would make a video about who would fit that description. But Trump is so good that whoever said it's about Trump ruined my fucking week, because I've been looking forward to this shit, and now I'm not, because if it's about Trump, I'm gonna cut myself. I'm just gonna slit my wrist. Well, that's all it is. It's just him promising a video later this week. So I guess I'll be talking about it next Wednesday if it comes out on Friday. And if it is about Trump, better not be. Better not be. Let's see what Onision's up to. Oh, he's licking toilets. Am I allowed to show a video of someone licking a toilet? I guess I'll find out if I get a community guideline strike for this. That'll mean I can't show a video of a man licking a toilet. It's not technically. This isn't obscene, is it? I mean, there's no nudity. He's right there in where the balls rest too. That wouldn't be my first choice if I had to lick a toilet. I'd probably go for the sides, as opposed to right there where the balls are. Oh well, God bless. Ew, there's like toilet paper in the toilet. That's really gross. That's kind of making me nauseous looking at that. That's gnarly. Okay, now this is Sammy, my girl Sammy. This is her blog, as I've read from before, because it's a constant source of entertainment. And I want you guys. I'm gonna ask some questions at the end of this because it leaves me with many questions. She's criticizing YouTube for enabling me to stream to you all right now on YouTube. That is her gripe. And she's very cleverly made the name YouTube into YouTube with the motto, I guess, broadcast yourself. So she's obviously very poignantly, as a writer, as an intellectual, making YouTube sound very silly with this fake logo and subtitle, or whatever the fuck you would call that. Onto the meat. Title: The net is closing in, and YouTube had better take notice. Joshua Connor Moon must be feeling the heat in a week where dozens of potential shooters have been arrested before they can commit a crime. In the wake of the El Paso and Dayton shootings, victims of Moon and his Kiwi Farms forum have been advised to report their individual concerns to the FBI, in particular examples such as this one, which can be found here. Oh, this is the Blockline post where I talk. I don't even remember if I said that or not. That's from 2012, and that's a quote of another quote. So that's like years fucking old. And she reported that to the FBI as an example of my dangerous behavior. You would think if I was planning a shooting in 2012, I would have done it by now. Maybe I'm taking my time. It's a really well planned shooting, as many shootings are, where you take 7.5 years to get to the good stuff. Bizarrely, Moon says he has accepted into has been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. Don't forget to send some super chats, guys. Which suggests he is being funded by them now. That's not how that works, but okay. YouTube continues to ignore the growing tide of resistance to Nazi incels, particularly because of its known links between this type of offender and domestic abuse and terrorism. I personally reported, hello Sammy, Moon's channels and videos for harassing me and encouraging violence against me to no avail. Please report this channel. What channel? Oh my gosh, is that my channel right there that you're all watching this one? I can't be. Besides the people in DLive, who I love and respect. If we only please report to the channel, if only so we have a paper trail for the appropriate time. So what she's saying is, okay, can I ask a question? Is there any country in the world besides the United Kingdom that has such an obsession with this concept of a incelibate Nazi pedophile uprising. Because it seems like it's not just her being a fucking crazy person. There are like dozens of people who are ranting and raving from England about the Nazi incel pedophiles and their rise to power. And America, I've never heard the expression Nazi incel outside of the UK. That's a claim I'm willing to make. Maybe I'm wrong. But when I read Nazi incels, it's almost always from the UK. And I don't know what the fuck is going on in the UK, where these incelibate Nazi pedophiles are rising up to raise up the Reich and take back what is theirs. No more brother wars, but it's very strange. Okay, continuing. At a time when other internet services are internet spelled with a lowercase I, which is not right. And that's a pet peeve of mine. There is one internet, and it's a proper noun. And if you're talking about other wide area networks, you can use a lowercase I. But she is talking about the internet, so it should be an uppercase I. That's important, okay? And other internet services are clamping down on this kind of criminal activity. For example, here, which I think is just that's a link to this thread in particular. Moon complains of search engines de-indexing him. Thank you, DuckDuckGo. It is mind-boggling that YouTube would continue to support his brand of hateful violence. Moon is also being sued in the Supreme Court. Spoiler alert. Perhaps what we need is a class action lawsuit against YouTube. Well, fucking Sammy, I'm trying to do a show here, and I'm getting to that. If you could please, do spoiler alert tags in your articles. I know to skip over things. She's ruining it. Hold on. Okay, now this is the interesting part, and I want your opinion after I read it. Tell me if you think this actually happened, and because I don't know what to make of this, and I'll tell you why it's interesting. Okay, Escambia County, which is the area where my mom lives and where I lived for some time, did a drive-by of the house Moon used to live in with his mother under cyber stalking laws in violation of U.S. Code Section 2261 and found it empty with a key box out front as though the house were on sale. So this is true. In fact, this is so true, I didn't know this until she sent me a threatening email saying she says the police did it. I don't think the police went to the house and then told her about the house that she sent people to. But I found out the house is for sale. My family did move from that residence. So I did not know about that until she told me, which is funny. That these people keep better tabs on my family than I do. But so either they did get the police to basically swat me at an address that I haven't lived at for over a year, or somebody went to the house autonomously and then tried to pass it off as being an action of the police. So that's interesting. Moon himself purports to be hiding away in a basement in Russia, in Mother Russia, but we think this is a blag, which is a very English word. It is just a matter of time, as I said way back in 2014, when I first reported Moon and his ilk to the authorities for rape and death threats, and a question of finding non-white supremacist law enforcers to uphold the law for justice to be done here. We're closer than we've ever been, and we've got the stamina and support to play this out. Now, this is interesting. She's citing U.S. law. Well, let's look up what this law is real quick. So this is from the Cornell Law School. This is the U.S. Legal Code. 18 U.S. Section 2261A, stalking. Whosoever with intent to kill, injure, harass, intimidate, or place under surveillance with intent to kill, injure, harass, or intimidate another person uses the mail, any interactive computer service or electronic communication service or electronic communication system of interstate commerce or any other facility of interstate or foreign commerce to engage in course of conduct that places the person in reasonable fear of death or of serious bodily injury to a person, pet, service animal, an emotional support animal, or a horse described, or B, causes, attempts to cause, or would be reasonably expected to cause substantial emotional distress to a person described in clause. So she's saying that because I read her raving lunatic articles on my stream, I have placed her under electronic surveillance that presumably causes her substantial emotional distress. And that is my thought. It's very interesting. It's a very English interpretation of the law because it don't make no fucking sense. She also should probably cite what section, because when I first read this, I thought she was referring to this. Travels interstate or foreign commerce or is present in special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States or enters or leaves Indian country with the intent to kill, injure, harass, or intimidate. I thought she was saying, like, I was this is specifically about domestic partnerships. I'm like, is she saying that we're, like, in a relationship? Because that's something I don't know about. I broke this woman. I hope I feel good about it. I don't feel good about it. I don't care what happens to her. That's the interesting thing. I tried to reach out to her to invite her to talk to me. It's the first time I've ever tried to reach out to talk to her, and her email address is gone. She's like deleted all her shit. It's literally not possible to contact this woman. This is like a one-way megaphone that she just screams into, and nobody else is allowed to reply. Okay, this is about the Gibbs, because she's on welfare. She's got the fibromyalgia, and she needs the benefits, the bennies from the NHS, so she can keep taking care of herself, because she can't work because she got the fibra, and she got the emotional distress and the general anxiety. And she needs the Gibbs. So someone owes us, she says. Someone owes us big time. When the authorities do eventually catch up with him, and there's an audit for all those who funded Moon or gave him an out when big-name vendors withdrew, there will be a bill for the mental, emotional, and physical turmoil these Nazis and their sympathizers have inflicted on us. You carry on, YouTube. This is a good reincorporation of that first image. With your blatant disregard for laws protecting marginalized groups, you've the deepest pockets of them all. Someone has to pay for my emotional distress. Very, very hard-hitting stuff from my biggest fan. My biggest fan. I have many fans, none so big as Sam Abrina Salala. Okay, yeah, I will definitely talk about the Supreme Court thing. That's coming up. Let me get a sip of water here. Oh, Kingle's pretty big too. Kingle's an innocent fan, though. Somebody asked, is there any relation to the other Sammy? No, but they're so similar and they've talked to each other that I refer them as, when I'm typing, it's hard to say this. But you know, like in Pokemon, you have like the Nidorans with like the gender signs after them. That's basically what I do. I say Sammy F or Sammy M. Sammy M is the crazy British person who calls in bomb threats at schools. Sammy F is the crazy British person who writes really terrible articles and not much else. Maybe they're related. Maybe Sammy M is just a very pale Pakistani person. Okay, so this is not my ballpark, but it is interesting, so I will talk about it. I like to phrase things in a way that future people understand. So if you are listening to this historical document in the year 2024, in the post the post nuking of Washington D.C., here is the situation. The most pressing matter in the Western anime industry is the lawsuit of Vic Magnolia against people who have defamed him as a serial sexual harasser and have essentially ruined his career. One of these key players is a man, quote unquote, named Ronald Toye III, aka Ron Soye, and he is a male feminist. He is in a 5-year non-committal relationship with a woman named Monica Real. I'm getting good at these people's names. I'm getting better. And to the surprise of literally absolutely no one, this male feminist who has been one of the spearheads for this movement to have Vic Magnolia completely ruined and destitute and eating shit out of a bin, is a psychotic serial domestic abuser. This is a quote from an affidavit in one of his, I think his child support or child custody quarrels from 2012. This is a quote from Ron Toye in this affidavit, which is a sworn document. If I were you, I would call me back pretty fucking quick because I told you about hanging up on me, okay? It's not like you do a lot or you have a lot to do, seeing as you are afforded the opportunity to stay fucking home. So if I need you to come and get me, guess what that means? You fucking come and get me. Otherwise, we'll take your car and you can fucking hitchhike and figure out how to get around because I pay all the fucking bills. I don't like being hung up on. You don't like fights? Don't do stuff to provoke me. You fucking provoke me when you hang up on me. I didn't ask you for anything for your mom. Your mom has another daughter who lives with her who can pick her ass up. I don't give a shit about your sister. I need something taken care of. Don't fucking hang up on me again or you can fucking walk around. No, it's just him yelling angrily at his phone. There is one... Oh, this. I'm just trying to talk this thing out considering what you fucking did. And if you think, poor you, how about I chop your fucking dogs up and see how you like it? Which is just great. Not many people do that. Not many people will go right for the dog and say, if you don't do what I ask of you, I will butcher your fucking dogs like a Vietnamese man. That's creative. Now you see why Ron Toye, is he like an anime? Is he like an anime person that works in the industry as like a writer? Because that sounds like something an anime villain would write. Oh, he is. He's a banker. Oh no. He's a real estate broker. Well, that's disappointing. He should write. Yeah, there's more to this. This is something that I don't pay much attention to. I just found that really funny. That here's this guy accusing this other guy of being like a sexual abuser, a serial harasser. And he's got voicemails and fucking court documents about him threatening to butcher people's animals. And his wife, or not wife, they've been together for 5 years, but they haven't got married. She responded and said, "Y'all are so funny. This is a smear campaign, and you walked right into it. Ron and I have no secrets. We know every detail of each other's past. We've both made mistakes and chosen wrong partners in the past. Before you pass judgment, realize you don't know the whole story. Ron treats me like a queen. He went to counseling and invested in his emotional intelligence. He is now an advocate for women, encouraging them to stand up and let their voices be heard. Some people learn and grow from their mistakes. He has never and would never raise a hand to me. Thank you for your concern, but there's nothing to see here. It's just more noise from a loudmouth who knows absolutely nothing about us. Heart emoji. Now get out there and have an amazing day. Kissing face. So there's that. I don't know. Maybe they're just such a match for each other. He doesn't have to chop their dogs. Nick had a theory that she kissed Vic, and when she told Ron Toye that she kissed Vic, he got like murder in his eyes, and she backed out and said, "Oh, he made me kiss her," or "He made me kiss him," and that placated him. So I don't know. That's an interesting theory. It was a while ago. I'll give it that. I think this was from 2012 or something. So maybe he is reformed. He's a male feminist. Why is it male feminist every time? It's such a strange thing. And I'm aware that he has like this weird lesbian fascination. And it's the same thing with Andrew Dobson. Andrew Dobson also is like a male feminist lesbian fetishist. And it's like, what is it with these people in the correlation between sexual and physical assault, lesbian fetishism, and male feminism? Because there is a link. There has to be something. There's some crazy part of their fucking mind where it's like, if they know that they really hate women, or it's like, maybe they're all trannies. Maybe they've got like some kind of Freudian vagina envy. And they beat up and rape women because they got the vagina envy, but they also really support women because they got the vagina envy. Is that a thing? Is that a good approximation of what's happening? Because these people are all fucked up in the head, and it's very strange. Femdom, maybe. Okay, here. I want you guys. This is a letter I got, different topic. But go ahead, take a good look, and tell me if you notice anything about this letter that I've gotten. I'll wait. I'll check chat. You guys tell me if you notice something. Any ideas? Oh, you can't see it because chat's in the way. Let me help out. let me help out a little bit more. Let me move it into view so everybody can see. Oh no. I just want to drag it. Let me drag it. Oh, there it goes. Here. You see it yet? Do you see it? Now, if you're listening, you obviously can't see it. So if the music didn't help you, let me describe this site. I have received in my mailing address back in Florida, this letter from Melinda Scott, my other big fan from Virginia, aka the Mountain Jew, and she has very, very prestigiously stamped this handwritten envelope addressed to me with a menorah stamp, which is just beautiful. So let's go ahead. Actually, I should explain that what's inside this was a indecipherable document. I'll throw it up. I didn't actually plan to show this, but I figure I should. If anybody wants to tell me what the fuck this is, I've shown this to different lawyers. Nobody knows what the fuck this is. Waiver, Supreme Court of the United States, Melinda Scott, petitioner versus Andrew Carlson et al. The only other person on this is me. So it's Andrew Carlson et al. And et al. Is me. And it's like a notice that she's filed with the Supreme Court of the United States, Fourth Circuit. And I don't know what this fucking piece of paper is. So I've ignored it because I don't care, and it's garbage. But the lawyers I've showed it to don't know what this is either. So whatever. This is the more interesting thing. This is the actual filing. And I'll go ahead and read this. Oh, her phone number's on it. I should call her. Just say hi. What time is it? It's like 3 p.m. in Eastern time. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, questions presented. Now, if you don't know, in a constitutional case, when you go up to the Supreme Court, you're challenging the constitutionality of a lower court's decision. So when you go to the Supreme Court, it's not like they just say, oh, they got it wrong, so here's the actual judgment. When it goes up to the Supreme Court, they address only the question. And sometimes, a lot of the time, they only change a part of the verdict. Not even in anybody's favor. They just change it in a weird way and set that constitutional case law. Very rarely do you get huge changes in law or decisions from the Supreme Court because it's confined to the constitutional question. So when she's asking the Supreme Court to look at the lower court's case and look at the constitutionality of it, she's asking a question. And these are the questions that she's presented. Question 1. Are private citizens who take over functions normally left to the state by publishing information on the internet? Big I internet. Oh my God. Good girl. Somebody knows how to write. Are private citizens who take over functions normally left to the state by publishing information on the internet about others from A, court records not of record, B, court documents, and C, state records, state actors that violate the Fourth Amendment, and 2, are private citizens who publish on the internet private information of others obtained from federal databases and agencies, state actors who violated the Privacy Act. Now, I should explain that in the previous, I think she's sued me 5 times in a row, and I've never responded to any of her bullshit because it's fucking garbage. And I've won every time, despite the fact that I've never responded. And there's several reasons for this. The number one reason is that she does not state a claim. She has never stated a claim. The most fundamental element of any lawsuit is saying that this person broke this law and owes me this in return. She has never done that. She's never figured out how to state a claim in her multiple lawsuits against. It's not even just me. It's like multiple people. But she's asking this question unrelated to the actual decision of the lower courts. It's just some bullshit. But what she's going for is that I have violated her constitutional rights by allowing people on my website to post her address because her address was obtained from public records. Therefore, by using public records, I have become a state actor and have violated her Fourth Amendment rights. If you're having trouble understanding that, don't worry, because it doesn't make any sense. It's clown logic. It's just the dumbest shit possible. It's what happens when you have a conclusion in mind and you are building a argument to support a conclusion in mind. It's like when you're playing Sudoku and you've got a bunch of spaces and you can't really figure it out. So you just kind of like write in shit, hoping that it's going to work out. That's not how you do it. That's not how you fucking do it. You have to actually build your way up to that conclusion if you want to be empirical and if you want to have it work out in the end. If you've just got a solution that you want to work, you can fill whatever fucking bullshit you want in and pray to God somebody actually reads it and takes it seriously. Okay. I do want to read the actual meat of this document because it is funny. Oh, God, it's so long-winded. The case arose from the internet. Little I internet. She got it right the first time. Why is she spelling it wrong now? What the fuck? Did like a different person write this? Whatever. Petitioner's private information. Defendants published information from state documents which contained information about the petitioner. The information was published in various ways on the internet, little I internet. The state documents were from state courts, not of record. The defendants published information from documents that are normally controlled and distributed by state courts and state agencies. Defendants also published information that they found in federal government databases. This is literally her complaining that she used a form with like fill-in blanks instead of writing her own legal documents. And is complaining that the pro se form didn't adequately allow her to write her fucking bullshit. She's gonna say the case was dismissed on the basis that they decided the petitioner's original complaint contains no indication that defendants Carlson or Moon are state actors. So she must have filed again a fifth time and got a little bit further. She must have cited they violated the Privacy Act, which means that they did state a claim that time, but instead of stating an actual claim that applies to private people, she stated something that applies to the government. And when she got told that, she's now appealing it to the Supreme Court. Like, she files so much bullshit. It's like her entire life is dedicated to filing this bullshit. I like this line. The United States is in a state of crisis over the use of the internet. All around the United States, there are everyday citizens becoming victimized by internet harassment, invasion of privacy, online bullying, cyberstalking, libel, and defamation. The internet has become the Wild West of human activity. Victims are sustaining injuries of all kinds, committing suicide, and facing reputational harm at unprecedented rates because of lack of sufficient congressional regulation of the publication of private information being published on the internet. And it's like, that, like, there you go. If that's your claim, why the fuck is this? If the Congress needs to do something, then why aren't you petitioning Congress as opposed to the Supreme Court? She undermines her own argument. Because if you're this, why does she keep using little I? She got it right the first fucking time. I think this is all bullshit. None of that was interesting. That's the original complaint. Let me rest my voice a bit. We'll watch a video from her husband, or her like estranged husband. Now they spend all their time together, but she claims that they're not together. So she files sua pauper, meaning she gets all her shit through for free, on the assumption that she doesn't share any money with this guy. But she's in all her, they make videos together and shit. If this is boring, I won't watch all 7 minutes of it. But here is Andrew Carlson, her estranged husband.
This video is a video response to Raketa Law and Kiwi Farms and Joshua Moon. Anyways, you guys been mocking my wife and mocking my wife's case and everything, but her case just got accepted from the Supreme Court.
I have to stop it there. I completely forgot about this. I think I'm gonna have to pull this up on the thread itself. I think I replied. I did at some point. I think it's on page 21 or 22. Because he says right there that they accepted it, and that's not true. It's not true that they accepted it. Where the fuck is this? I know for a fact I made this post. Oh, it's much later. There it is. Okay. So she says that it's been accepted. This is how it shows up on the page. It could have changed by now, but on August 1st, she filed a petition for writ of certiorari, I think that's how you pronounce that, and motion for leave to proceed in forma pauperis. Response due by September 6, 2019. That's the only proceedings and orders regarding this case. She filed adequate enough paperwork to get a case number, a docket number, and she immediately assumes that she has gotten accepted and that the Supreme Court is going to make a decision on her questions. I have no idea why. I have no One of the things that I laugh at her about is that she claimed in one of her lawsuits that I defamed her by saying that she's the dumbest person possibly ever. But then she does shit like this, where she can't even figure out, looking at online database shit like this, that her case is not fucking accepted. Maybe, I mean, maybe it will. Who knows? But they've got 8 days now to accept this fucking lawsuit. That's including the weekend. I don't think they will. And then what? What if they don't accept it? What's she gonna say then? I'm really curious to hear what I guess I'll talk about it next fucking time. But let's continue with this shit.
So, Raketa Law, I don't even know your name. You're not even worth mentioning your name in a video, because I think you're a piece of shit. And I think you're morally delusional because you support the kind of harassment that Kiwi Farms. You're friends with a person who harasses people for a living. How could you be friends with somebody like that? How could you defend him? How could you even communicate like that? You're supposed to be a higher standard because you practice law. But apparently,
I feel bad for people who only listen to the audio, because this motherfucker has a dumb face. Like, you can see when he looks at the camera.
Anyways,
that he does not have a fucking 2 brain cells clacking together up in that head. It is just his expression is pitiful. His eyes are dead and glossed over. He looks like he's had like a lobotomy or something. I don't know. This video is striking in how dumb he looks.
You mocked her pleading because it was written in handwriting, and I was surprised because you're a lawyer that you didn't know that federal cases will only accept pro se litigants' pleadings unless it's handwritten. That's federal rules when you're dealing with federal court. And honestly, you must be a shitty ass lawyer if you didn't know that. And you're sitting here trying to make fun of my wife about it publicly. Yeah, good job. You must know your stuff. I feel sorry for anybody you represent. Fucking idiot. Anyways,
I like the ambient noise of children crying.
Slander anybody, but I'm just stating facts. He made fun of my wife because she wrote a federal case. And her pleading was handwritten, and he was making fun of her publicly. So, you're gonna attack my wife. I'm gonna attack your perception, your judgment. You have bad judgment. You obviously.
I just noticed something. Check this out. Unfortunately, oh no, is that because of my IP? No, I have an American IP on my Brave, and it's off there too. It's definitely off. That's very funny. It is off for everyone, right? Monetization. That's funny. I wonder why that happened. No shekels from me. Rest in peace.
Must be a shitty lawyer.
I wonder who's watching right now.
How could a pro se litigant know more than you do? Then you even mock yourself for making fun of her for it. Anyways, this is great because, one of the reasons why I believe the Supreme Court took this case was because, this case isn't just about us. People have committed suicide because of Kiwi Farms, because they've been harassing people. And, we wrote that in the pleading because, this is a national issue, because people are being slandered on the internet. They're being harassed. They're being stalked. And there is no legal remedy for this. And the lower courts are turning a blind eye to it, so we're taking it to the highest court possible because people need justice. People need a remedy to slanderous and bully behavior that these people are doing. I mean, these cowards over here are making a living off of and being entertained by people that are slower or mentally incompetent. And
yeah, I think that's the end. He's just like whining and shit. This is more interesting, and this is also way too fucking long to show all of it. Oh, maybe not. It's like 4 minutes. I want to show one thing about this in particular that's really funny.
I was just going through the threads and seeing what these buffoons are saying about my last video. I see it got posted on Kiwi Farms in less than 10 minutes. So, yeah, you guys are riding my ass. I already know. Anyways, I see a lot of comments on people thinking that the Supreme Court isn't going to hear the case. Well, in fact, the letter sent a docket number. It's on the dockets, meaning that the justices are going to hear the case. There's no doubt about it. So...
Oh, this video is annoying because the kids are in it. They're like screaming.
Only 1% of cases get accepted.
Yeah, there's only one.
See, I don't understand. I don't understand this. Why is he asking her for like cliff notes?
What else should I add to that?
Only 1% of cases get accepted.
Yeah, there's only 1% of the cases in the.
And on the docket has only one meaning.
Yeah. All right, you can talk. Go ahead.
Oh, I've got to take care of the baby.
Don't be shy.
My hair's not done.
You don't have to be on the camera.
Okay. Well, on the docket has only one meaning, and that means that the Supreme Court will hear my case, which means I've broken the 1% threshold of the hundreds of thousands of petitions that they get every year. And that means that, you think I'm so dumb, but as a pro se litigant, I've been able to break a 1% threshold. So you might want to consider your actions
won
in your
anything.
Speech. I'll be happy to see your response, if you can even come up with anything, Mr. Moon.
I do want to say this. This is what makes me, what I really like about this video. Look at how he looks at her. It's so sweet. He really loves her, and he's like a dumb caveman. He's like Grug dumb, Grug no think hard, beautiful Jew wife, think very good, smart lawyer wife, and he is so enamored with this utter fucking bullshit, but he just doesn't know any better, and it's very cute.
Yeah, these guys are jokes. They really are. I mean, like, these people are so dumb on these Kiwi Farms people. When I read their threads, it's like, they make all these assumptions about the law. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Thread, laughing about how there's been no Fourth Amendment violation because, he's not a government employee, ha, 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 can post whatever I want. Well, here we are. Now the Supreme Court's going to decide whether or not you are a state actor who's violated a Fourth Amendment right. So,
yeah, you guys could go to the library and look at that Black Laws Dictionary. There's a little definition section there. And, look up what a state actor is, because, in courts, they don't speak regular English. They speak legal English.
Yeah, so
they speak, legal English. So regular English definitions don't have the same meaning.
I'm going to cut it off here.
Legal linguistics.
Yeah.
So, all your laughter is premature, and you're very puffed up
this part's
person,
worth
Mr.
listening
Moon,
to.
But you lack the skills and knowledge to make a correct analysis of the full legal situation. And I noticed your little friend over there, Mr. Riquetta, didn't bother posting my appeal briefs. I want to get the whole story there before you go make videos.
Yeah, trying to talk shit because she handwritten it, but you guys don't even know the federal rules.
Yeah, you used a lawyer who doesn't even practice federal law, even admitted in this video and said, this is not my area of expertise, but I'm going to spout off my opinion.
What a fucking shitty ass lawyer.
Who makes a video of their professional opinion when that's not even their field of practice.
Yeah, dude's a complete douchebag.
Yeah. Very unethical person, so...
I don't even see how they accept him in the bar. So
how could Rakita not know about federal pro se forms? And that, you don't have to... I'm pretty sure you don't have to use the form. I'm pretty sure that's just there so they know to throw that shit out like as soon as they see it. I don't think... I'm not a lawyer, and I'm certainly not a federal lawyer, but I'm going to make a guess that you don't have to file your lawsuits in federal court in handwriting. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not an accurate assessment of the situation.
Probably bribe people, he probably comes from a upper middle class.
Well, there's a scandal lately that apparently a lot of wealthy parents have done that to get their children through, so who knows, but, he wants to say he's an expert in the field of federal law, but obviously there's some errors in his own video.
Yeah, I agree.
So, well, we've had better things to do, like watching movies, so, c'est la vie.
And then... Thank you, chat, for spamming to do something that I said I was going to do. Like an hour ago, I said I was going to call her. I see that you want me to call her. I see it because you've spammed it for 30 fucking minutes straight, even though I said I was going to call her. I will do that now. I was waiting for the end of the videos, but...
Hi, you've reached 540-692.
You can hear the fucking kid screaming in the background.
Leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, this is Josh. Just wanted to let you wish you luck in the Supreme Court. Really looking to see how that works out. Take it easy. She's busy. She's got like 8 million fucking kids. So how am I being smug? I'm just being nice. I'm being a good guy. I would have bet money it wasn't her number. No, you have to. And she's got to supply a real phone number in case Judge Kavanaugh wants to call her. and how many kids? They have a lot of fucking kids. See, this is why we're losing the culture war, guys. It's because we're aborting all our babies, and the Mountain Jews, they're having like 8 million. When she loses this, what will be her next step? She'll probably sue for something else. She'll keep doing it forever. She can keep doing it for free. Like, she's filing sua pauper. So she doesn't have to pay any money. She's paying postage just repeatedly. What's really funny is that I used to be very liberal, and I used to be like I believe that if you gave people free money and free shit, they would use that free time to work on creative and productive stuff on their own. Because people keep busy. But as I've experienced, like, people like Sam Breen Salal and like this mountain bitch, I've realized that no, they don't. If you give people free stuff, they will sit on their fucking ass and abuse it. Because as far as I'm concerned, both Sams being able to collect welfare and then use that money to live comfortably at home without any concerns. Their dietary needs are met. They're safe and comfortable in their, government housing. They have internet access, and they can use that shit to act like absolute fucking animals without any sort of retaliation or concern. That is essentially state-sponsored terrorism. These fucking people collect government assistance so that they can be a fucking blight on society, and they don't have to worry about a single fucking thing. And they are essentially state-sponsored terrorists. And I think, I have no problem. If you want to spend your entire life, dedicated to fucking with me, go for it. But there should be a drawback to that. Either I can fuck with you, or you have to starve in the gutter. You have to use your cup of change to put money on your fucking Vodafone SIM card so you can connect with your Nokia to the internet at a library and use that to fuck with me. You know what I mean? That should be, you should have to fucking suffer for your art. That's my opinion. It's just strange. It's just strange to me. This society we live in. We live in a society. We live in a society. In this society. You know what? I bet you this is what did it. I bet you this is what did it. This is what got my super berries pulled. Because this is I guess this is like adult content or something. And they can't allow this on YouTube. That's going to be my final answer. I think that this is what's doing it. That's really gross. Is he going to look at the camera? Ew. Ew. Okay. Slop, 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 slop. Oh, speaking of internet personalities, and speaking of too little too late, has anyone seen that Pro Jared put out that video? What is it? Saying that you've been lied to or something? You were lied to? You've been lied to. 3 months after he got accused. Look at how fucking he looks tired, man. I feel bad for the guy. He looks like his eyes are about to pop out of his fucking skull and roll across the ground. He looks like he's one step away from dying. Well, he puts out this video. It's 45 minutes long. I haven't even watched it. I'll be honest with you. I read the Cliff Notes version of this. And to give you a rundown in case you've not seen this. And if you don't know anything about it, a long time ago, 3 months ago at this point, a famous old NES game reviewer named Pro Jared was accused of having inappropriate sexual contact via Snapchat and shit with underage fans. He was basically accused of exploiting his fan base and cheating on his wife, Heidi. And Heidi had a fucking meltdown and posted his dick pics and him cross-dressed as Sailor Moon and shit. And it was really embarrassing, and he lost 1 million subscribers in a week. And it was actually so bad, and the whole social chart thing of people watching him lose subscribers and that kind of cancel culture shit where people were just trying to fucking ruin this guy was so bad for YouTube's public image that they've since hidden in the API subscriber counts and stuff. You can only pull the number only updates once a day or something as opposed to every minute in real time. So YouTube's reaction to this guy losing his shit was to change the way their API works so that you can't have live stream counters of subscribers dropping and shit anymore. But that's not beside the point. He was accused of being a Chester or something. And Jared's reaction in his response is actually pretty fucking solid. My favorite one is that one of the people who accused him of being a Chester and trying to solicit nudes from him on Snapchat is a person named Chai. And Chai apparently has suffered traumatic brain injury and has extremely terrible memory and often suffers hallucinations. And neither Jared nor Chai can provide any evidence that they've even talked to each other directly. So one of the people who posited a story about Jared trying to solicit nudes from them while being underage is literally brain damaged and has no evidence that this actually happened ever. So that's very funny. The other person claimed that they were an innocent, pure virgin who never had a single dirty thought in his entire life. And that person apparently does porn, like on Tumblr. Like they draw porn and do commission porn. So they're actually a dirty pervert. And they probably did have consensual PP exchanges, on the Snapchat together, and everything was fine. So that's also not really that big of a deal, because Heidi was in an open relationship with him. So they were allowed to share PP pictures if they really wanted to. It's just really, really funny. And Heidi is also apparently a complete fucking insane person who is not grounded in reality at all, at least according to him. And he had videos and shit proving that she lied about a lot of her claims. And I just, this man's entire, I know, again, and I apologize to people listening on audio, but look at I'm not even going to play this guy's shit. Just look at his fucking face. Look at this man's face. He looks like he's about to fucking just drop dead in the middle of this video at any time. And only I think it gets worse. Look at this. This does not look like a healthy person. This looks like a man who is on the brink of committing suicide. And it was for what? Because some brain damaged retard motherfucker said that he tried to get nudes from him, and some porn artist said that he talked dirty to him. And his fucking psychotic ex wanted to ruin his life. I feel bad. I don't know. Should I feel bad? Do you guys feel bad? I'm just like a pushover, I guess. I see somebody in that level of emotional distress that's so clearly written on their face, and it triggers like a maternal instinct in me, where it's just like, yeah, I feel kind of bad. I feel bad. No. You guys are heartless. You guys are killers. You guys are cold. He's a degenerate. That's true. He is a degenerate. I don't know. I have a lot of trouble caring about what people do when they're private. If he wants to dress up as fucking Sailor Moon and take pictures of his wiener, I just don't care. He threw JonTron under the bus. Well, that seals it. The motherfucker has to hang. End of story. You cross my main man JonTron. We got a fucking problem. Yeah, agree. I don't know. I feel bad because, you got a lot of people who are desperate for love and relationships and shit, and then they get one, and the bitch is fucking crazy, and they don't have the experience to know how to back out of that, and how to, because they think that's the one, and that nobody could ever replace them, and they have to put up with whatever fucking insane bullshit that they want because that's the one. And it's just like, no, it's really not. If any woman wants to fuck another man, she is not the one. End of story. Just that is a Boolean litmus test. If she wants to fuck other men, she is not the one. That's a very simple way, a simple, clear test to apply to your life. Is a practical solution for complicated problems. The Gordian knot. I guess I shouldn't be giving out relationship advice. What the fuck do I know? Ugh. The moon measure. Let me read out my super chats. Oh, wait. No super chats. I got cucked. I got cucked by YouTube. They saw the toilet licking and they're like, nope. Not gonna. No more super chats for you, my friend. You gotta find some other way to collect your shekels. Perhaps. Wait, this is the wrong banner. Where's my beg banner at? There it is. Perhaps at maddattheinternet.com if you would like to support my creative endeavors. Anything else? Last call. Last call, my friends. Anything that I've missed? Yeah, exactly. Oh, here, if you don't want to give me financial support, but you do want to support me, if you happen to be Polish, remember, contact me at josh@jaw.sh. I would like to come to your country and spend my hard-earned internet money on your pierogi and kielbasa. It's a complicated situation, but I've determined that Poland is the best option at this point, at this juncture, at this moment in time. How the fuck do I get to my... I'm about to open the chest for D-Live people. Give them their fake internet shekels. So what you're missing out on if you're not watching on D-Live. Just go to Israel. Pedo Ice Poseidon. I don't know anything about Ice Poseidon. I'm sorry. The new Joker trailer. I don't know. It looks okay. It looks less cringy than I would think, because it looks like it's doing something a little bit different. But at the same time, you can't beat Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's performance defined the Joker for my generation, and any attempt to replace him is just going to be a complete fucking failure. Because I'm maybe I'm superstitious about this, but I think that the Joker role killed Heath Ledger. Like, he put himself so into the concept of the character that it ended up killing him. It drove him to suicide. And you can't, if somebody kills themselves trying to be a character, you can't beat that. All right, I'm done. Thank you for joining me, my friends, and I will see you next week. Where's my fucking outro song? Where the fuck is it? I had it ready to go. I always do this every fucking week. Every fucking week, I fuck up my clips and shit. Oh, wait. I remember the name of the song I was going to play. It's a good song. I can't think of this. I'm going to cry. Or by date, I think. No shit, really. Where did I put it? Oh, the format's not available. Okay, that's why. That's why I didn't download it. All right. See you next week.
same old